about something bizarre that has taken place. And I'm going to talk about my dreams a little bit more. I'm referring to the two dreams of Donald Trump I had almost back to back within 1 week. So if you haven't seen those, then you're not going to know what I'm referring to, just as a warning. Now, one interesting thing to note, my friend Dan, who is also Mandela affected and lives locally, actually saw Donald Trump twice in a dream as well, which is interesting. And we both said the same thing, that his character had no resemblance to how he's portrayed on TV. Both times in the dream, he appeared before me to be very calm, very focused. His mannerisms weren't erratic. He wasn't boisterous. He seemed highly intelligent and focused on a mission. And his speech was different and slower. So my friend Dan said the same thing in his dream. Now, I've been meditating a lot on the meaning behind what he was trying to convey in that, vacuum like netherworld between realities. And I got a weird synchronicity related to this. So, to be clear, I have never seen the Keys of Solomon, the 72 Keys of Solomon. They're magic sigils I know almost nothing about, but apparently there's lesser and greater keys, and they're associated with dark and or angelic magic. Now, a TikTok video appeared on my feed, and they're actually comparing these sigils to the 72 emojis, which is creepy on its own, and there's a lot of similarities between the two. I only learned about it a few months ago. Yeah, it's not something to be dwelling into. It feels kind of dark just thinking about it. But yeah. So when I saw the symbols, when the TikTok where they were comparing them to emojis, I was like, "What the hell? Wait a minute!" And so I took a closer look, and just a flood of memories returned of that train journey we took in the tunnel in the mine. And remember how I discussed that he had a rectangular piece of wood. It was about, maybe 10 inches rectangular and maybe like 2 inches wide. And it was a light brownish color. And so below he had the scroll, like I described in the dream. He was taking letters and numbers and scrolling them into this box. But the box itself had a bunch of symbols on it. And that's what the symbols were. That is what they were, exactly like I saw in that TikTok. This is the first time I've ever seen the Keys of Solomon. So I thought, wow. Yeah, hey Clark Kent, how's it going? So, and then I just started meditating. What in the world is he doing? To me, the symbols are symbolic of archetypes or forms of consciousness or thought forms, whether they be nefarious or not. So I thought maybe that as he was going down this tunnel and he was observing specific situations like I described, he saw the wedding and then the person in a hostage situation. I believe that those situations, they manifest a thought form pattern which is represented by one of the magic sigils. So basically it makes a oscillating match to these sigils, or the other way around actually. Could be that the sigils are manifesting in that reality in order to project that idea so that it would bring about that sort of situation. And that's kind of what I felt. Yeah, MAGA means magician. Marina Abramovich called Trump the greatest magician. I had no idea. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, he's unlocking some sort of keys to the very depth of consciousness. And for what purpose, I don't know. Sometimes I think he's trying to create some kind of reality bubble where he can be his own god or something like that. And I just did get this impression that he's looking for something specific. And in, the spirit world or in higher dimensions, just because you can technically access all information doesn't mean that it will be brought before you or that you'll be ready to accept it. So there's, secrets even in that. So that's interesting and kind of creepy too. And just the fact that they align with the emojis. Will, hey, how's it going? But yeah, what fascinates me is his character, total polar opposite of how he portrays himself here as this, boisterous loudmouth. And I kind of started thinking, is that like the true self that he showed me in the dream, and he created like this caricature for himself to play a role here. And the reason why I brought that up is because every time I went out of body, and this is including my near-death experience, I am the total opposite than what I am now. Full of life, excited, energetic, playful, like childlike playfulness, and I feel connected to everything and everyone around me. I don't sense any of those things here. Total disconnection, totally cut off, and totally not excited, let's just say that. But then I wonder, if this place we call Earth inverts your character or reverses your character for the purpose of, studying consciousness, or for the purpose of, dwelling on the opposite version of you. I don't know. But yeah, that's interesting, guys. About the Keys of Solomon. I don't recommend you look at them, because I believe even just looking at them, they project thought forms to your subconscious and manifest things. So what I can say is that these are not random squiggly lines or something that absurd. There's something significant with these symbols and powerful.